Rima,
Yo,
nice shirt.
how are you?
Fine.
Oops, sorry.
You just freeze yourself?
How are you?
Great.
Oh, hold on.
The fuck are you doing?
Got to change a bunch of stuff because of Buzz.
Your voice is modulated again.
Yeah, hold on.
I fucking hate this kid.
It helps when you turn the headphones on.
I still don't know if he can hear me. I fucking hate him. He's so fucking stupid. Absolute moron. Hey, Bill.
Hey.
We're just dealing with another episode of the
I see the
totem
problem.
pole, bottom of the totem pole of dumb.
That's a wicked stupid picture.
Your audio is shit, Bill. God fucking damn it, you idiots. You fucking slobs.
Are we slobs?
You can't just, like, no one has their shit together. Just
I have my shit together.
constantly shit.
Better?
Yeah, much better.
Better?
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to plug the receiver in.
No problem.
The cordy cord.
Cordy cord's plugged in, just not the USB from the cordy cords.
Okay, fine.
See, the pluggy plugs and the cordy cords.
Always
Pluggy
need the
plugs
pluggy
and cord
plugs.
cords. You kind of sound like
Are you
shit
being
now
a
too, right?
cunt? Are you being like a cunt tonight, Rich, or what?
Me?
Oh, when is Rich not a cunt?
I'm a little
That
cold.
is
It's a
the
little
true
cold
fact.
in the podcast studio today.
Yeah, you're a fucking cunt. All right, we're gonna have a caller in tonight, who's with us now. But I'm gonna go ahead and
Looks like a finger.
put you away. And
Do I sound better?
yes,
Thanks.
Ooh, I like your shirt, Ray.
I did it just for you. And Bill, by the way, I don't appreciate your mom calling me fat on Facebook. That fucking hurt.
wait, did I miss this?
Yeah, you did. Because no
Yeah,
one
you
else
did.
chimed in. I'm like, motherfucker.
So my mom commented on Ray's jersey that he had the Tampa jersey on, and I said,
Oh.
no. I said it's his wife's. And
She's
she goes,
like,
it
oh,
did
yeah,
look a
look
little
at-
tight.
Oh.
I mean, it. Did you confirm if it was a woman's jersey?
Yeah, it is a woman's jersey.
Oh, no, come on. Is it really?
Yeah. I looked
That's
at
better. That's better for you, Ray. Because if that was a men's extra large and it was that tight,
That
we would have to make some fucking life choices there.
was a woman's large. That was
But
very
how
tight.
good did your titties feel in it?
They felt alive and free.
We'd probably have to call you Dr. Salad from now on because we'd fat shame you for days. A lot more than we do now.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine what more fat shaming would be.
Oh man, dude, they looked
Dr.
like
Kale
firm.
Salad.
They looked protected. They looked,
They looked firm, right?
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it looked
yeah.
like they were, they
So
were
did
in a
your
good
gut.
place. We
Sorry,
can't
Ray.
see his gut. He did that on purpose.
I'm sorry, Ray. I didn't mean that, baby.
God, are you being a cunt tonight, Bill?
When is Bill not a cunt?
I'm in a
Again.
great mood today. I'm on a 4-day weekend. My Braves fucking swept. Only fucking 4 shutouts in 5 games. Team's fucking rolling. NFCS.
Guess we got a Braves fan on our hand there, Ray. I
Yeah.
thought baseball was dead to us. The Red Sox are clearly dead to us because we got the world's biggest goddamn Braves fan in New Hampshire on our hand. He's wearing a New Hampshire hat and sucking Freddie Freeman's ding dong down there in Atlanta.
Ronald Acuna, fucking man.
They all make over $10 million, right?
I don't think Acuna does. They just signed him to a nice deal. Freddie Freeman makes like 22 or 23. No, we talked about him.
That's 2 blowjobs.
We talked about him in Acuna in the fucking Mookie when we were talking about trading Mookie, and he was one of the names that came up. I was like, he's not there yet, but man, that guy's a fucking stud. He is a stud. Leadoff hitter. He's got like 25 leadoff home runs in his career. Like, that's insane.
He was
Let's get to. Hold on a second. What gets you more off? The Braves or Pro Football Focus?
Well, it's baseball season right now, so of course the Braves.
Well, it's also football season.
Well, this is hold on. Give me some credit here. This is the first time since 2001.
Dude.
This is the first time since 2001 the Braves won a fucking series. All right, so I'm fucking.
Did you already schedule your other rotator cuff on lefty yet, or for your
No,
doctor?
the lefties feels fucking good.
Well, not after the Braves and fucking since 2001, man.
He's snip snapping on Braves and Pro Football Focus. He's gonna.
Oh, Billy Snip Stabs. He's scissoring the line.
Scissor me timbers. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday headlines. October 9th. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
I just want to get the baseball talk in so we didn't run out of time.
Fuck you, Bill. I put it at the end of the email for a goddamn reason. Baseball's fucking dead to me, and it's at the end of the email for a reason. And
is it not Thursday? It's not the pickup show.
Bitch.
It's not producer Bill anymore.
Do you see producer Bill behind me? No. You see Scissor Me Timbers, okay? So fucking suck it, Bill. We go by my goddamn email, all right? And what I want to talk about is Stephon Gilmore is tested positive for COVID along with his buddy Cam Newton after a nice little dinner date last Friday. And your boy Cam Newton is he's on I mean, he was on thin ice with me before, but look, this is not good. This is not good. Seeing your two best players on your team,
have a nice dinner together
test for COVID. And nobody else on the team gets fucking COVID.
They're best friends. They wanted to go out for a dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Why you gonna blame them that? I don't know why the whole region of New England has not, with the technology we have, Facebook, Instagram, how we haven't found this waiter, this cook, this hostess yet, who gave these two COVID, and we haven't hunted them down and put them in jail.
No, hold on. Did they know it was like out to dinner? They just said they had dinner together, so they could have been in each other's house, like one in at someone's house. Like
do you think it was before or after Cam took that selfie with the fan with no mask, or was that in the same time that he was buying hats down in Braintree, or what?
That's not confirmed.
When did that actually?
Who cares? He goes shopping. It doesn't matter if someone goes shopping.
Yes, it does, Bill. That's the whole.
You can't go shopping. No, you can't go shopping. Why not?
No, because the NHL and the NBA had to put these fucking guys in bubbles for 4 months to make it work. That's why. And the MLB didn't.
There's no rule in fucking football. You can't go shopping. It's like going to the grocery store, so you can't go to the fucking grocery store.
Yeah, that's the whole goddamn point.
You can't go grocery shopping? You're wrong.
That's the whole fucking point.
Oh, you shave your beard.
The New England Patriots have protocols in place. They asked these fucking guys not to go to dinner together. They asked these guys not to go socialize. Look, I'm not going hat shopping. I'm the biggest hat. I got hats all over the fucking place. Ray,
they don't ask them not to socialize. Darren Waller just had a fucking charity event with half his team is there.
And he's an asshole too.
As long as they had masks on, he would have been fine. They all got fined because they didn't have fucking masks on. NFL does not give two fucks about their players. They're proving it right now. There is no COVID protocol. There is none.
That's
just
wrong,
don't get COVID. Just don't get COVID.
You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Don't get fucking COVID.
Well, then fine. But either way, how are you taking this off of Cam Newton's shoulders? He fucked up. He fucked up.
You can't.
Why are we not?
Because,
why are people not okay with saying
I'm sorry, but going out shopping and going out to a quick dinner is not fucking up in my eyes.
Yes, it is.
Partying in 2020,
yes, it is.
Making out with fucking chicks and all this other shit. That's a problem.
In 2020,
I go out every
yes,
fucking night. I don't have goddamn COVID.
That's because you're a fucking COVID denier up there in New Hampshire. You idiots that don't think it's actually real. Like
I was fucking Tinder chicks through COVID. I
was gonna say that.
Shit. All right? I don't give a shit about this disease.
You also don't play for a professional sports league that your body makes you your money on a weekly basis, that 100+ other people in that organization relying you doing the right thing. You're the leader of a multi-billion-dollar franchise. You can't just be cavalier and fucking Tinder chicks like Billy Trashcan, all right? You're Cam fucking Newton. Number one, you're trying to restore your image and your game and get a contract. Number two, you can't – I'm sorry, NFL players. For the next 6 months, you can't go shopping. I'm going to give you $10 million fucking dollars, and you get to play a sport for your living, and you get to go home every single night, and then you get to come and play football every day. That's your life for the next 6 months. Get over it. And Cam didn't do that, and he fucked up.
Okay, so if
Sorry.
Cam lives alone, what are you supposed to do? Not go shopping?
He doesn't. He was flying home to his every night after every game. The reports are he was flying home.
No rule.
So he's making selfish decisions for himself. No, there isn't.
Because he wants to see his family? Let him see his fucking family.
Bring
I'm
him up
back
here.
on Cam.
Oh, snip snap. Snip snap.
Fucking snip snap. Jesus Christ. Can this guy not take an ounce of responsibility in this decision? There's two guys that tested positive. They were both together at the same time. They got it because they weren't careful. That's not calling them murderers. They just fucked up, and it's their fault.
They're going to miss one game each. Big fucking whoop.
Okay. Big fucking whoop. We'll see what that happens when they lose the goddamn division, Bill.
They're already going to lose the division. Buffalo is fucking for real. And I already
Bill.
picked them
Shut
to win
up,
the
Bill.
division.
You're a fucking idiot, right?
Oh, I love pissing you off tonight. You fucking porn star goatee.
The only thing I didn't like about your statement was that Bill does make a living off of his body, and he does. That's how he does make money. So that was the whole statement you had is null and voided because you were wrong about that part.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
So obviously the Patriots got lucky, or have so far. Okay, there were reports that players were feeling really not great after they got back from Denver. None of them have tested positive up to this point. They had the one practice player, Bill Murray, whoever the fuck that is, whatever the fuck he did. There's been 3 tests positive on this team, and that's it. Knowing what we know about the Marlins outbreak, the St. Louis outbreak, the Tennessee Titans outbreak, to this point, the Patriots, in my opinion, have gotten really fucking lucky. Or the protocols that they do have in place in Foxborough are working really, really well, helping to not spread COVID to their other players. One or the other. But my question to you here is, did the Patriots know that Stephon Gilmore went to dinner with Cam Newton before putting him on a plane, sending him to Kansas City, and letting him play in that game?
Absolutely.
He was on the
How many draft picks is that going to cost them?
Don't matter. Because he tested negative, though.
Ray, go ahead.
Yeah, they knew because he put him on the plane with the 20 players that were exposed to Cam. So they kind of – I bet you they already knew. That's why he was on that plane.
So if Schefter knew.
So what's
Patriots feed Schefter.
I mean, where do we stand right now with the NFL? That decision to make them play that game.
Love it.
Should they play this game against Denver? We've seen that now. It's going to be moved to Monday night.
5 o'clock.
Another shift to
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Holy shit!
Be drunk.
I love it.
Yeah. It's a day off too.
So Ray, you're good. You're fine that they played in Kansas City.
Yeah. You can't shut the world down. Let them play.
Can I ask you a question though?
I want to be entertained. God damn it! During this whole thing.
If it was Patrick Mahomes that tested positive, do you think they would have canceled the game?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep.
I think that you're right. I don't think the NFL gives a shit. I think that they didn't shift that game because it would have been too hard to reschedule it, and they had too much money on the line, and that was a marquee matchup, and they couldn't lose it, and they were afraid of losing it, and they're just like the MLB, and it's just what we said before all this started, that they don't really have a plan. They're just bull rushing through. They don't give a fuck. So to play that game in Kansas City was negligent, stupid, moronic. You got a positive test on Friday, and you make these guys fly out there 3 days later when the minimum incubation period is 2 to 5 days. Come on, just push the fucking thing back. You have a whole month. You have as much time as you need at the end of the season to make up games. You can play the Super Bowl anytime you want. You're the fucking NFL. I don't understand the rationale of pushing these games in when they don't have to. Make it an 18, 19, 20 game season. Who gives a fuck? If this is going to be how the NFL and how these teams are handling COVID that we've seen in the first couple weeks, then it's not going to stop. You're going to see this everywhere. You're going to need to build it in anyway. So to take that risk with that Kansas City New England game and now to do it again with the Broncos game is just stupid. And now you don't even let these guys practice. Tennessee not being able to practice going into that game against Minnesota was fucking ridiculous. The NFL is ridiculous.
So I heard, to your point about moving everything back and playing the Super Bowl whenever, heard a good point this morning. Logistically, for like the city, it's a pain in the ass to start moving like such a major event like that. So I think that's maybe why the NFL is so reluctant to not push games back.
Bill, to your point, sorry to interrupt you, but the reason Tampa got the bid is because they pushed 4 weeks of events out for the Super Bowl.
But it's not the Super Bowl, Rich. It's not the fucking Super Bowl. Like, you know what I mean? Those 4 weeks, those 4 events they pushed out to get the Super Bowl weren't going to be as big as the fucking media frenzy and all that shit at the Super Bowl would be. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, those 4 events they moved aren't shit. They
didn't move them.
This
This was years ago when Tampa got the bid. The NFL requires you to leave 4 weeks open in order to have the Super Bowl in that stadium, in that whatever arena, whatever you want to call it. So that Tampa Bay has 4 weeks. They have it. It's open. Or if they've scheduled shit, then they have it in their contracts that they can just cancel that shit. So logistically, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Like, why does the NFL give a shit about Tampa Bay
Rich,
and the logistics if they're making these guys go play with fucking COVID? What do you really think they give a shit about that?
No, but if there's a huge outbreak and they start canceling all these games, then it could extend beyond that 4 weeks. But the new thing today is that it sounds like if games are canceled and you can't get in games, they're going to take winning percentage into the playoffs into consideration more than seeding and all that, like division seedings and stuff.
Go ahead, Ray.
You know what I mean?
What if? Now this is just me speaking, and I am the totem pole of dumb.
Bottom of the totem pole of dumb. We collectively are the totem pole of dumb. You're are the bottom because you're the stupidest and you hold us in place. Go ahead.
What if?
And fattest.
What if Bill Belichick got his 2 star players COVID on purpose?
Shut up. Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Here's the problem with all of this shit is the NFL are flying by the seat of their pants. They were in the number 1 position out of all the sports league to have this shit figured out, and they're just fucking winging it. Like, how do you not already have a plan for winning percentage in place if this shit were to happen? How do you not have plan A through Z ready to go when this shit went down?
You know why?
I knew it was going to happen.
Commissioner is Roger Goodell.
No, you know why? You know why?
They are
it's the PA.
competent.
It's the PA. Think about how powerful the PA. I guarantee there'll be a pushback because remember, baseball had to do the same thing. They had to fucking all agree on it. Players Association, the owners, and all that to sign on for the 60-game season and what we're seeing now in baseball, right? NBA had to modify their collective bargaining agreement. NHL had to do the same thing to get the bubble and all that other shit. Do you think the NFL is going to back off and say if you're cutting games and all this other shit, these guys still want to get paid? You get guaranteed contracts in the NFL. They're trying to get all the money that they can fucking get. I guarantee there's going to be a lot of pushback with the Players Association if you just go by winning percentage or where you rightfully should be playoff seeding. You know what I'm saying?
Bill, I understand that, but you're talking in real time. They've had however many months
right,
it's been
but
since
they
February.
planned on playing this and they planned on having 0 outbreaks because they're fucking morons.
Well, okay, Bill, then we agree. We're in agreement on this right now.
Wow.
You just said the same fucking thing I said.
I'm just saying, but
I know that they plan to play everything perfectly as if the world was not on fire, but guess what? The world's on fire, and now you're smoking, NFL, and you have no plans to back that up. That is inexcusable. They can't get away with it. That's absolutely ridiculous. But we've been saying it for months that it's the NFL. They don't give a fuck.
Better.
No, Whitsec, turn that shit back on. So it's embarrassing. It's frustrating. It sucks. The one thing I am not nervous about is losing football because your point, Ray, they don't give a fuck. They're just going to play. They're just going to play unless they get a death. That's the only thing I can see them. I don't even think they cancel the season. They probably just postpone it a week. They probably just 9/11 it and postpone it 1 week and back on the field the next week.
No, a death gives you a day. Everything would be moved to Monday.
What's bereavement leave? 3 days in a normal company? I'll give them 2 days.
Shit. 2 hours. 2 hours of bereavement
time. Turn your boiler off.
Absolutely insane. All right, so in terms of how it affects the game against Denver, we're gonna bring in a listener or a caller here to talk about the game moving up. Before we do that, let me get your guys' opinion on this. If there's no Cam and no Gilmore, how does that change the chances for Denver to win? Ray.
2 words: Brett Rippin. 0% chance we lose this Sunday or Monday now. 0%.
Okay, before I go to Bill, I have 2 words for you. Brian Hoyer. Bill?
No, Jared Stidham.
I think defense would be fine without Gilmore, your deepest secondary in the league. You know, your J.C. Jackson, I think, is turning into a fucking stud outside of last week's drop. But your biggest disadvantage is on offense because Brian Hoyer. You're still winning. I'll give a 20% chance Denver could come in and steal a game. If Drew Lock can play, he's kind of trending close in the right direction. He returned back to practice. He might give you the best chance, but
all they got is Jared Judy.
I'll put him at 20%. No, that was that. Is there Slayton or something?
Tim Patrick.
Like that?
There's Tim Patrick, Hamilton, and Spencer. None of these guys. 16 receptions, 3 reception, 1 reception.
Oh, the other guy Slayton got hurt, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Denver's trash. All right, we're gonna bring in our caller here. Who's clearly a Denver fan.
We gotta stop bringing in all these callers who are just non-fans.
Hey,
your wife holding the thing?
That's all right. That's
Look
fine.
at
this.
We like the word from the other side.
Oh, Andy's got a mic. Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
He's coming in hot.
Coming
All
in
right,
hot, baby.
give us your take. You know, Broncos fan. Broncos versus Pats with all the COVID and bullshit going on. Where do you see this game going? Where did you see this game going before and now? You know, let's assume Cam and Gilmore can't play on Monday. Where do you see it going now? What are your chances here with your absolute trash Broncos team?
Well, I think we have a better shot than we had when you guys were going to have Cam and
Good call.
Gilmore and stuff. So,
Hot take.
you know, I mean, we suck. We suck.
Hey, that's all I wanted you to hear. That's all I wanted to hear.
That's good. Thanks for joining us. No, see you later. No.
Hey, thanks for having me, boys. But anyway, I do want to say one thing. I want you guys to stop interrupting Rich.
Thank you. Thank Jesus.
Oh, Buzz, don't get on his good side.
Right?
Hey, Buzz, thanks for coming on for the first and only time, you prick.
Oh, thanks, bud. Thanks. And Ray is fat. So we'll get that out of the way, too.
All right.
I'm glad you listen. Thank you.
No, I do listen. All of them.
We got Buzz confirming things out here.
So, I mean, no lock. I don't really think that we still have a chance. I don't. Rippon's like Stidham. You know, he's young, inexperienced, makes a lot of mistakes. So we'll see.
Who do you think gives you the best chance to win, Hoyer or Stidham?
I would probably say, actually, I think Hoyer. I think he's terrible. That's why he got benched. That's why he got benched.
If we start Brian Hoyer, then you're picking Denver to win this game?
I don't know if I'm going to pick him, but I think we have a better shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Denver's in tough straits. Do you have any optimism for the Denver Broncos moving forward in the next 3 years? Do you think they're building to something over there, or?
I mean, we're young, and I think that we do have a lot of talent. I mean, Jerry Jeudy, Hamler, you know, on offense, Noah Fant. I think there's talent on offense.
I like Fant a lot.
You know, defense. You know, defense. I think we still need to build, get more corners, safeties. Well, we have Justin Simmons, but outside of that, our secondary stinks. You know.
Oh, Vaughn's gonna be a big trouble for us this weekend. Oh wait, Vaughn's not playing because he's a fucking bitch.
Hey, do you trade Vaughn in the offseason, you think? If you want to keep rebuilding, go young?
You know, I've always thought about that, and I've always said that's Elway's baby. That's his first draft pick, and I don't see him letting him go. I think he retires a Bronco. I do.
Huh?
That's the type of franchise the Denver Broncos are. They won't let it go of a marquee name like Von Miller, where it's gonna help him or not.
Well,
he's the face right now, right? He's the face of the franchise.
He is the face of the franchise, and you can tell even like on defense, you know, they're missing the leadership. You know.
Yeah. If him and Bradley Chubb could ever be healthy and like together, that would be a fucking great defensive line.
Well, that's the second coming of like when we had DeMarcus Ware, you know, back in 2015. You know.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Great defense. All right, Buzz, you got any final thoughts on this NFL and COVID shit and how they're handling it and how they might handle it moving forward? Do you think they're going to completely blow it, or where do you see it's going?
I think they're going to blow it. I'm not even sure if we're going to finish the season.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody says, you know, the NFL don't care about anybody. They're just out to make money. But, you know, more and more players each week are getting this shit. I mean, obviously it's affecting teams like the Pats this week.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. You know, the injury bug is another concern too. You know, it's like everybody's getting hurt. because of the lack of, preseason, preparation, early on, mini camp, training camp, all those things that we usually have, we don't have. But we didn't have.
I think that's been an ongoing trend the last several years, since the last CBA, where they knocked down basically all padded practices before the season ever fucking started. You saw a bunch of soft tissue injuries. The COVID thing, though, there's not that many teams that have dealt with it, honestly. I mean, it seems like a big deal right now, but you have 3 teams. You have 3 teams with positive tests that have affected their players, essentially. Maybe 4. Atlanta got one.
Yep.
Yeah,
the one guy had to sit out, but that was
Atlanta.
basically squished immediately. So you have the Titans and the Patriots that have affected the league with COVID, and that's it.
What about
there's
San
been other
Francisco?
tests and shit.
San Francisco didn't have any, or they just decimated with injuries? I thought
Injuries. They all
The
got
Raiders,
injuries.
the Raiders had their bullshit with their stupid stuff, but that has not affected their schedule. That has not affected anything yet.
But they got one guy.
But they had one. It was Atlanta that had one before the game, and then that's it. So
KC had one too. Their backup quarterback had one.
right. KC had the one, the backup quarterback.
Minnesota, who played the Titans the week before, had 0. That's huge, considering they just got another guy today.
Yeah.
So they're up to 23.
They're a shit show. They're the Miami Marlins. They're the Miami Marlins.
Oh yeah, they fucked up bad.
If you want to take it from just a historical perspective, you look at how baseball right off the bat, first week, same thing, basically, essentially, complete shit show with the outbreaks, and then they locked down, huge penalties issued on the Dodgers when they had the brawl there with Joe Kelly. I forget what Miami got. I don't think they got a ton of they
got a big fine. St. Louis
they got a fine, but
too.
I don't know about draft picks or anything like that. But you're going to see. I heard today $10 million fine for the Titans and Vrabel and the GM.
Is that true?
Potentially out for a year. It's Florio.
Bill, get on your message board.
Well,
I didn't see
Look,
it.
if that comes down on the Titans and they have to forfeit a game because they can't play again this week, you will see COVID lockdown real fucking quick, even more than it is now. It's going to be the baseball situation, and they won't. The NFL won't put these players in hotels, but the teams might,
will.
or they might just put those trackers that are on them in the stadium. They might put them on them full time. They just won't let it happen. They won't. So
I think the NFL might send a message. They're trying to send a message to the other teams, So.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
I don't think finding him sends a message. I think you just strip him of draft picks.
Bill,
And Rich,
$10 million?
$10 million.
You know what the owner does?
That's
You know what the
insane,
owner? If the owner,
That's insane.
if the owner has to write a $10 million check, he walks into that locker room and looks every one of those players in the eye and says, "If you motherfuckers screw, if you don't go here, home, I will literally chop your fucking knees off."
Oh yeah.
I didn't see
These
agree
are
with that.
billionaires.
Service at
They're
work.
not
I can't get
fucking
on the
around.
Right?
Twitter and message boards.
They're not. They're not fucking around. And I don't think the NFL's fucking around either. I think that
Nope.
$10 million fine. I don't think it's going to be 10, but the threat of it is 10, and it might be 5 or 7 or something. I mean,
That's a lot of money, man.
it was $1 million for Kraft
That is.
for using a fucking videotape. Now you're putting lives on the line in Tennessee at 23 because you are fucking around, and then you still didn't pay it. You still didn't abide by it, and you went and practiced on a high school. Ooh, they're going to get fucking banged.
And they can't.
Bye-bye,
Rich,
Vrabel.
they can't
At least
even
$5
appeal
million.
that either. They cannot appeal
No.
team sanctions. The only way to appeal team sanctions is sue the NFL, because that's why Kraft couldn't do it for Deflategate. They fucked up in Spygate and all that other shit. Deflategate, he couldn't sue. He couldn't the first round draft pick and the $750,000 fine. He couldn't appeal that unless he sued, and he wasn't going to sue the NFL because he's probably the most famous owner, like the highest owner. He sits
Bill,
on
he's
pretty
the
much
only guy.
everything.
Him and Jerry Jones, are probably the only guys that could sue. I don't even know the owner of the Titans, but he's not suing.
Bud
the
Adams.
NFL. He's not suing the
Don't
NFL.
say it surprisingly. You know who the owner of your
Wasn't it? But it was Bud Adams, wasn't it?
All right, let's get a last word out of
Buzz,
Buzz. Let's get a last word out of Buzz here in his Bronco. Give us a parting word. Thanks for joining us.
Prediction.
Screaming about the give us a prediction on the Broncos
Score.
game here.
Score. 23-20 Denver on a McManus field goal.
Ooh,
I don't hate it. I honestly don't hate it.
Melvin Gordon.
I mean, I just, look, bottom line is this is not like the Peyton Manning, Tommy Terrific, Denver Patriot game. So anything can happen in this game, I believe.
It's
I
the
think
Corona
Pat-
Cam game without him.
It's a Corona Cam. Yep.
He's playing.
Okay.
Well, I
Yeah, he's
call it
playing. He'll be back.
All
I
right,
say
thanks
COVID
for
Cam. Thanks, boys.
thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
Buzz.
Buzz.
We'll talk to
Thanks,
you later.
Buzz. See you
Hey, bud.
tomorrow.
Later, babe.
See ya. Have a
Yep, beat us, everybody. All right. Well, Corona gets the juices flowing. That's for sure. You guys got predictions on the game? What do you think of the 23-20 bet?
Man, it's
31-17 Patriots.
31-17, and
Yep.
you got Cam playing.
I got.
No reports. Sorry, Bill. There's no reports that Cam's playing. By the way,
He's at virtual meetings until he's cleared to get on the field. It sounds like they're not going to get back on the field till Saturday at the earliest for practice. They're doing another virtual meeting tomorrow. If he's can get back on the practice field on Saturday, first practice of the week, he's playing. So my prediction, 31-10. I had 31-17, but I changed it because you picked it. So 31-10.
Thank you.
what's the spread right now? Does anyone know?
It was 2.5.
It was 2.5. Let me look right now real quick.
I got 31. It's crazy. Who do you think is playing on Sunday?
Cam. If Cam's
Cam
playing, it's
Newton's just gonna
31.
fucking come out and
I don't even think they can get 31 with fucking Cam. Like, why do you think they can score 30 points?
they did it against Seattle.
Seattle sucks. And
Denver,
they were
you think Denver's
rolling.
better?
You're
you
coming-
think Denver's better
You're
than
coming
Seattle?
off. Seattle has the worst secondary in the league. You're
And
coming off.
welcome to Denver.
Patriots aren't even on DraftKings.
Dude, 30 points is. You guys are fucking insane. I'd go 24-20 Pats, 24-21 Pats. This is not going to be. Denver's not going to lay down and die, and Patriots have not been able to practice. If Cam Newton plays, he hasn't practiced in 2 weeks. If
He hasn't
Hoyer,
practiced in 2 weeks.
he hasn't. They're not Tennessee in this thing. He's been sitting at home. They're
Yeah,
not
but you can
fucking
throw a ball
around.
at home. You can throw a ball at home.
Oh, that's practice?
Yeah.
Look, talking about practice, Patriots are not going to look good on Monday. They're not going to look good. They're going to look sloppy, and they're going to look not coherent. They haven't been able to fucking play.
Yeah.
And it's complete disruption in the franchise right now. I mean, it's not going to look pretty, but the Broncos are putrid, and they have no quarterback play. So if you get Cam, I think you get 24. If you got Hoyer or Stidham, 21, 25. I don't think it's that big of a difference, honestly.
Wow.
I honestly don't. I said it last time. The difference between Cam and Brian Hoyer is ridiculously shitty red zone play, a fumble, and a fucking sack. So, yeah,
Is he
I don't see
sleeping?
the- He might have fallen.
I'm looking for
Alright.
the fucking.
He might have fallen asleep. Well, Bill, more than 10 seconds on a radio show is probably a little too long. What's your final
listening
prediction there,
to
Bill?
you.
What's your
I
final
said
prediction?
31-10. They're not even
31
on
to
any.
10. 31 to 10.
They're not even on any betting site. The game's off. Same thing with Bills and Titans. I can't find them anywhere at this point. I just looked at a couple sites. So I was trying to get the updated spread for you, baby. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't.
Sorry, baby. I didn't mean that.
I didn't mean that, baby. NHL draft. They were in the headlines. Bruins made some picks. Bruins Tuukka Rask was in the headlines first. Hockey guy Ray, what are your thoughts on the number 1 overall pick? The biggest fanboy of the number 1 overall pick in the world right here. We got him on the podcast.
Alexis Lafreniere, game changer. Don't forget, the Rangers made the playoffs this year, and this kid is a game changer. Look out for the Rangers come next year. Also, the other bit of news that no one's been talking about, the Montreal Canadiens made news on draft day. Can I just touch on it real quick?
Go ahead.
Thank you. With the 47th selection, Montreal selected Luke Touch. The 48th selection, the Montreal
Oh, I saw
Canadiens
this.
took Jean Mysak. So, back-to-back picks, we had Touch and Mysak for the Montreal Canadiens.
Hey, Ray, another thing you forgot to mention, too.
Thank you, Matt Libby, for that.
The
Beautiful
team,
information.
the team, the number 1 pick came from the last 2 guys, Vincent Lecavalier and Sidney Crosby, also came from that same junior college,
Yep.
the junior league team.
Yep.
So, I mean, this guy is supposed to be a
He
stud.
broke Sidney Crosby's record in the junior leagues, too,
Yeah.
so he's the real deal.
Everything I read too is the Rangers had a pretty solid draft outside of that too. So
You know who didn't
They-
have a solid draft?
the Boston
Boston Bruins.
The Athletic gave them a D grade. They
I
didn't
like
have a
1 pick.
They didn't have a first round pick. Bill, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the one they dished off with?
Kashik and
Okay.
Andre Kashik, yep.
So Laurie, whoever they pronounce that. Mason Laurie in the second round is the 58th pick. A lot of people are shitting on Trevor Kuntar. I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure that's
love
how you
Trevor
pronounce it.
Kuntar. I think
Everybody loves Trevor Kuntar.
he's
How can you not?
no, seriously. I think he's their best draft pick they had. I think they're all college kids going in their freshman year too, so we're not going to see him for fucking 4 years
6 foot
anyways.
tall, 203 pounds, top 10 scorer in the USHL.
Ooh,
I'm a big fan of
drop
I'm a
6
big fan
inches,
of
add
him.
40 pounds, and that's you, Ray. You could do it. You could do it.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's their best
God,
pick.
7 inches maybe.
Okay.
He's the most one. He's the one that's most likely to break out of this draft class.
What about
Yeah.
Lagerbrunner's kid?
I don't. Yeah.
No,
I mean, how can you start getting to 5th and 6th rounds? Like, we'll see. We'll see. But the experts did not look fondly on the Bruins draft. But what broke that news was Tuukka Rask wants to stay, Bill. Tuukka Rask does not want out of Boston. He wants to stay. He wants to hire a Bruin. What do you think about that?
It's the best option they got for next year.
that's
Are
me.
you
much as-
snip-snapping on Tuukka now?
That's
Are you
me.
snip-
No, I've
snapping on Tuukka
always,
too?
they're never going to win a Stanley Cup with Tuukka, but
The quest is
no
back,
one-
baby.
No, it's
Scissor me
not.
timbers, Bill. Good God,
Hold on,
man.
let me fucking finish. No
All
one
right,
wants him
fine.
around. No one wants him around the league. Halak's shown that he's not a number one goaltender. Vladar is not ready. The guy that you just got from UMaine, I forget his name. He's definitely not fucking ready. He won't be ready till maybe the year after. So, what are you going to? You're going to sign Henry Lundqvist, who's way
Front of
past his
Caps.
prime.
Corey
It's
Schneider.
a big goalie market, to be honest with you. In terms
But
of
they're
who,
not that great. The best one just got traded.
The point is, Bill-
the Bruins should have been on that.
look,
Matt Murray.
here's the deal with Tuukka Rask. He's proven that he is not a winner. All right, he's proven that he's probably one. He is, if not he's one of the best goaltenders in the league. However, for 10 plus years, Bruins fans have had to watch him piss down his leg and just be this fucking annoyance. Not that easy of a guy to root for. I understand he's probably your best option skill-wise as a goalie in Boston, but I've been saying this since they got bounced out of the playoffs. I think Sweeney is looking to make a major shift. And if you keep Tuukka, he's got 1 year left on his deal. That's saying like you have enough to go and possibly win a championship next year, and I don't think that is true. I don't think that that's right. You don't have enough, and you're going to lose Krug. So the biggest point that you made is nobody wants him around the league. I don't know if that's true. I think someone will take him, especially if you put someone with him. And the biggest reason to do that is cap space. And then you got to go do something with that cap space. Young defenseman, hopefully.
Well,
so
the defenseman they were linked to, they don't like the asking price. And like, if I could get dumped Tuukka, yes, I'm all for it. But I don't think you're going to get rid of him. And you have to explore that market. Brayton Holtby's out there, but he's declining every year. You know what I mean? And then again, Lundqvist is there, but it looks like he's going to the Capitals. If that's what
he's
the
going. He
rumor's
said
true.
he said he's going to the Cavs, but I don't know, Bill. I'm
Murray was the guy. Murray was the guy. He came for a second round pick in a forward. You could have matched that.
But you would have had to get rid of Tuukka, and they don't have
Tuukka,
anywhere
yeah.
to put him right now. So
yeah,
I
that's the
understand
biggest
that.
problem.
But I don't know. I think it's just going to be another middling fucking year. And by middling,
Depends
I mean
on-
you'll be one of the best teams in hockey, and then you get to the playoffs and you're outmatched.
Don't
So-
sleep on Taylor Hall not coming here, though. I think that
All
they're
right.
gonna. Honestly, I think that's where that Krug money is going to go, because your biggest strength on this team is like prospects is defense. Vakanainen is probably right up there. He might get a third line pairing with Jeremy Larzon.
yeah.
So I mean, you might look at that at third pair. You do need to go out and get a right shot defenseman. Kevin Miller is, if he's healthy, he could probably bring him back for
He's done.
He's probably done, but you could probably bring him back as like a John Moore type. Put him up there, seventh defenseman guy. But your strongest depth in the organization is defense. So don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them going after Taylor Hall. I think
That'd be a big move.
I think
that would
where it's going.
be an absolutely huge move. Okay, quickly here in the last minute. Lakers go up 3-1. 30 seconds left. Ray, do you think Jimmy Butler obviously had the gigantic triple double in Game 3 that led him to the win there? Do you think Jaylen Brown has it in him to evolve into Jimmy Butler?
I'd like him to evolve into his game, not his attitude, because Jimmy Butler's the biggest cunt in the NBA.
Ooh, I like Jimmy Butler's attitude.
That was a
because he's
comp
the biggest
coming out of Cal too for Brown. Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler was
It took
a
Jimmy
ceiling.
Butler
Yep.
10 years to get there, so hopefully Jalen can do a little bit better than that. He's way ahead of Jimmy Butler's
he's way ahead,
timetable,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
he does need that cunty little attitude to get there.
I
think.
love the cunty attitude of Jimmy Butler.
Quickly, we ran out of time for baseball. Sorry, Bill. And luckily we got to a
Congrats
little
to
bit
your
before.
Braves, baby.
Braves
Yeah,
clinch,
baby.
Astros clinch, Rays looking to clinch tonight, and Dodgers looking to clinch tonight. Fuck the Yankees. The best thing ever would be them to go down tonight. This has been the Simple Minds Sports Show. Friday headlines, October 9th. Suck it, Ray. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye.
Braves Rays World Series. Book it. Bye.
Those ratings will be
Terrible.
worst watched World Series in history by
Maybe we'll
far.
be able to get tickets.
Angel Hernandez is going to umpire home plate for the next 2 Yankees games just so they get into the fucking World Series. Watch.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, they need it. Dodgers are fucking. They're a wagon,
house,
dude.
Hey, Gatorol. Thanks,
Great roll.
Hyman.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good
Hyman.
call, Hyman.
Thanks,
Good
Hyman.
call, buddy. That kid doesn't
Colton
look.
Wong.
Trouble in my eyes.